Tonight on Podcast Them Down, I want to eat your cereal. Podcast Them Down. Hail Metal Nation! It is I, Tim, from Podcast Them Down, Heavy Metal Nerdery Podcast, which is what you're listening to, obviously. And joining me is Dave and Matt, as usual. And yeah, they can't hear your horns, Dave. You can't hear your shrug either. What the hell? It's an audio podcast. Just because we have video doesn't mean we... Wait.
Okay, hail and well met. I have a perennial fear of talking over Tim, which is why I give horns and shrugs instead of quality audio content like you've come to expect.
Close enough. So, if you couldn't guess, we're talking about the cereal monsters. The cereal monsters. All right, so yeah, it's October.
Berries and the Frankens.
It's October. I probably put this right before Halloween or before everyone gets sick of Halloween.
I'm pretty sure it's Rocktober, first of all.
Actually, I have it on fairly good authority from my good friend Pete Lesko, aka the Metal Pete, that it's Cocktober.
It's Cocktober.
Oh no!
So, well, I was at the grocery store, and they had an end cap. That's a term for our international listeners. You know, unrestrained capitalism. They put all their high markup products on the ends of the aisles, so you see them the most, and they call it an end cap. And yes. You know, the companies pay a lot of money to be highly visible. You know, so it worked. I went by and saw the General Mills monster cereals, and I said, we have to figure out which monster cereal monster is the most metal. And also, for our international listeners, who may not be familiar with these cereals, they are limited run cereals that come out around September-ish to sometime in October. And yes, they are loaded with sugar. So
naturally.
Yeah.
Wait a second, though. Are you telling me that Booberry and Frankenberry, which I assume are the monsters we're referring to?
Okay, so here's all of them. There's more.
Okay.
Isn't there like a mummy?
Yes. But they're seasonal?
Stop reading ahead.
You just said that. You said from September to October.
Yeah, it's seasonal. They only come out for Halloween.
I could have sworn when I was a kid that Frankenberry and Booberry especially was available year-round.
I bet they used to be. I'm pretty
sure I used to eat Count Chocula every Easter.
Yeah, I'm
as is tradition.
I'm talking about now. Now they are seasonal.
Okay.
At least all the lesser ones besides Count Chocula.
Shit, did millennials ruin breakfast cereal by not buying enough Count Chocula in the off months?
Oh, they sure fucking did, Dave.
All right. So you got Count Chocula, chocolate vampire. Okay. Then you got Frankenberry.
Chocolate bitch.
Then you got Frankenberry. He is, I believe, a strawberry Frankenstein's monster.
GMO. Yep. Got it.
Then you have Booberry, who's a blueberry ghost.
And frankly, I mean, I don't want to read ahead, but the sloppiest of the characters.
Then Fruit Brute, who is a werewolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fruit Brute?
Forgot about him.
It says frosted fruit flavored cereal with lime flavored marshmallows. And then when they relaunched it, it was cherry flavored cereal with marshmallows.
Lime flavored marshmallows?
Yeah, well, that's probably why they changed it for the relaunch. And then you were right. There was a mummy.
Yes.
It was Fruity Yummy Mummy. Frosted fruit flavored cereal with vanilla flavored marshmallows. And then for the relaunch, orange cream flavored cereal with marshmallows. And they all have taglines. So I'm gonna go through their taglines, and then we'll begin the discussion to figure out. We'll rank them 1 to 5, 1 being the most metal. All right. So there is a tagline for Count Chocula: I Want to Eat Your Cereal, introduced in 1971, 51 years ago.
Wow.
All right,
Wow.
Frankenberry, also in 1971. No tagline. Some bullshit.
Nothing? Not even like...
All right, Booberry, also no tagline, but came out in 1973. And then Fruit Brute, 1974. And it was discontinued in 82, relaunched in 2013, discontinued in 2014, and relaunched this year.
Amazing.
And tagline, the howling good taste of fruit. And then Fruity Yummy Mummy, the reason you remember, Matt, is it was introduced in 1988 and discontinued in 1992, and then relaunched.
Oh yeah, that's the best years of my life.
And then relaunched in 2013 and discontinued in 2014. Tagline, Fruity Yummy Mummy makes your tummy go yummy.
What is the
says.
in there?
That's what it says. Yeah, so I noticed there's no zombie cereal.
Yet.
That would have been a good lime flavored one because it's green.
Yeah.
And no like Creature from the Black Lagoon. Got the werewolf though.
Got the werewolf. Got the mummy. No Jekyll or Hyde.
Oh, that
No Phantom Opera cereal.
Oh, like little marshmallow masks.
Yeah.
The Jekyll and Hyde
two
one
different
should
ones.
start as one color, and then you pour the milk on, and it washes off. Oh, Matt's gone again.
Tim, we need to copyright their patent or whatever these ideas because
these ideas we're having are hereby patented. They're patented.
Citizens patent. I like it. Wow. So I have to say that I need to know which grocery store you went to because I want to be efficient with my shopping. And I also want to try all of these cereals that were either discontinued before I was born or reintroduced when I was in college and wasn't buying General Mills Fruity Monster cereal.
Yeah, I bought this at the Wegmans. Actually, I didn't actually buy any. It was at the Wegmans.
You observed this at the Wegmans. Got it.
Yeah, a New York chain and a New York State.
Go Bills.
And, I also purchased this at a New York chain. So
Hey, it's a Labatt's Blue.
that's right, in a can, which you can't get down here.
I prefer it in the can.
Who
I
doesn't?
bet you do. Damn it. Okay, so how do you want to go about ranking them? Do you?
Oh man.
What? Wait.
Well,
wait. What? This is some bullshit. This wasn't in the article. They had Monster Mash cereal for all 5 monsters, 50th anniversary, and it had all 5 of them. And apparently, Booberry and Frankenberry play guitars. The Mummy plays a tambourine. Fruit Brute plays the drums, and Count Chocula plays. Can you guess?
He sings
Keyboard.
Oh, because of the organ. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
suppose. Oh,
The famous organ in Dracula's famous castle.
All right, so we're gonna need to see if there's money in the Patreon account. We can pick up some Monster Mash cereal and eat it on the air. That's what I think.
That is a great Halloween episode.
It's scary. All right, so let's decide how we're going to determine which is the most. Should we just do the most metal cereal or the best cereal, or incorporate that into the score?
I think we need to have like an aggregate score considering certain different criteria. I didn't realize that they were all musicians, so
this is only based on the box of Monster Mash.
Is that canon?
it is for me. 50th anniversary. I don't think it gets more canon than that.
Okay, I mean,
but also I have a question about the Monster Mash. Was it all of them in the same box?
Yeah, so
So it was like
it would be
a
helpful
mishmash of fruit with like a little bit of cocoa, maybe if you get lucky.
All I have is the box. It says artificially berry flavored frosted cereal with monster marshmallows. So it's the marshmallows.
Okay.
If our viewers will stand by, so I can.
It appears that it's available currently to ship. No, that's just the monster pack. God damn it.
Okay.
It's gotta be on eBay.
Well, that's what I was saying. We should check the
$15, $11 expedited shipping.
Oh,
wait a second. I found on Walmart their website. I don't want to risk endorsing them, but it appears that it is all of the monsters together in one box. Astonishing.
I just think that would taste like shit.
Yeah, me too. The world's most monster group is back together for a limited edition cereal.
The world's most monster group?
That's literally under product details, and I didn't misread it. I read it twice before opening my mouth. Mashup of all monster cereals. For the first time ever, pieces from all monster cereals are together in one bowl. You couldn't do this if you had gone out and bought 5 boxes of cereal that were all different and then mixed them all up into the biggest mixing bowl you have in the house.
Yeah, you would need like a a full like cake mixer to do this properly with like the dough hook.
Yeah. And also the metal bars that keep you from accidentally falling into the industrial cake mixer while it's dough hooking.
Oh, I was thinking of KitchenAid. I wasn't thinking of like a pizza.
This is amazing.
Good news, gentlemen. The one on eBay, best of used by 25 June 2022. It's still kind of good.
I mean, if it's sealed, it's 100% good.
That's almost good. How much is it?
I mean, well, we could buy one for $4 each, or buy 3 for $3.40 each.
Yes, do that. Deal. Do that.
I'll Venmo
we'll pay out of
$3.80.
We'll pay our hosting fees out of pocket, and we'll take it from the Patreon account.
This is incredible. It also features a Monster Mash edition box, a special edition box that takes you to the Monster Cereals remake of the Monster Mash song. And it also provides you with a Monster Cereal history lesson. You can learn about all of the monsters and when they stepped onto the scene and rocked the world.
The answer is 1971, 1973, and 1974. There, I saved you some reading.
What do you mean this item will not ship to Maryland? Fuck you.
What? Oh,
wow.
Seems
hopes dashed.
Well, we'll work on it. If that sounds
$12 shipping.
That's, if we got 2 $10 tier members, then that would be taken care of. How about we eat it for a Patreon episode?
I mean, there is box. There is one box I could buy from Orlando, Florida. Might be a little wet.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe this guy. You know what? I'm gonna buy it now. This guy needs the money.
Oh. Okay. So, how about let's score them by name, by flavor, and by otherwise.
Name plus flavor plus otherwise.
Yes. I think we need more than otherwise. I think we need an instrument / attitude category.
I like this idea. Wait, name, flavor, and
monster.
Their personality. Like who they are, their character.
Character. I like character. Yeah.
All right. I should receive this. That's good. I should receive this $25 box of cereal by October 14th.
Oh, just in time.
This is perfect. All right. I'll
meet you at Tim's house, Dave.
Okay.
Well, this ties in perfectly into what I want to do in November, which I think I told you.
Is it stomach pump November?
Close. It's food month.
Oh, okay. All right. Perfect.
And it's going to end with snacks at the round table.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which I blatantly ripped off a radio show.
Yeah. It's impossible to steal from someone that's dead.
All right. So let's start with Count Chocula. Should we all agree on a score, or should we all total our scores, or what?
Well, because Doug isn't here, I feel like we can't have an official spreadsheet based scoring. So what if we in the spirit of vermocracy, just try to reach a consensus through discussion?
For scores or just for rank?
Well, I mean, for you know what? I will open.
Yes.
I will open Microsoft Notepad.
No, I already got something going.
Okay. All right. Okay. So are we scoring separately on character, flavor, and name, right?
And instrument, based on the Monster
based on the back of the cereal. Okay.
Yeah, based on the Monster Mash cereal.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That's fine by me.
All right. Good. I'm glad we got this figured out. So this is not an objective result until after we get Doug's input.
Right. Yeah. We need Doug's input to make it objective.
I think that's only fair.
Yeah.
But we'll get most of the way there.
We can priority mail a little like a sandwich bag of cereal.
I like another baggie full of milk. I love it. Okay.
It'll be a baggie of like powdered milk and then say, Doug, add water.
How about let's rank each one by name, flavor, instrument, character.
Like number one, number two, number three?
Right, and then the lowest score is the best one.
Okay. So the numbers get smaller.
Perfect.
The characters get bigger.
Got it. We'll total golf rules.
Count Chocula has got to be the best one. I think Count Chocula's number one for name.
Fuck yeah. No, yes. I think 1000%. Absolutely yes.
All right, and on that token, Fruity Yummy Mummy is the worst name. I think Fruit Brute is good, Boo Berry is meh, and Frankenberry's pretty good. But definitely the ends, I think, are Count Chocula and Fruity Yummy Mummy.
I actually disagree, because at least I know that the Fruity Yummy Mummy is a mummy. I have no fucking clue that the Fruit Brute is a werewolf.
Oh, that's a good point. But
there's nothing
it's got that. It's got that alliteration.
No,
that's not alliteration. It's got the rhyme, whatever it is.
But again, if it was like the lemon lichen or something like that, like
that's another patented, copyrighted trademark by Podcast Them Down. General Mills, drop us a line so we can design you a few more cereals. Lemon lichen. Wait, so there was lemon lichen. We can do like bacon blob. We can do. What was the zombie one? It was lime flavor.
Phantom of the Breakfast or something.
Right. All right. So how about Dave? Between Fruit Brute and Fruity Yummy Mummy, which one is worse?
Fruity Yummy Mummy is hands down the worst.
Okay, I guess I'm outvoted. That's the rule.
Sorry, name-wise,
Fruit Brute is number 4.
It's awful. It's too much. It's too many syllables. It's too many M's. M is a difficult alliterative letter when it's in an interior consonant. Monster Mash rolls off the tongue, but Fruity Yummy Mummy, I can't do it.
I agree with you that it's too many words. Order confirmed.
The thing that pisses me off, though, I can't find Fruit Brute written out anywhere, and I want it to be FROOT BROOT.
Like Fruit Loops?
Yes, because if it's Fruit Brute and they're both spelled the same, I mean, that's just shoddy marketing. Like same as normal.
I
right?
I don't think it can happen because Fruit Loops is a Kellogg's cereal, and these are General Mills cereals.
Okay, all right.
So otherwise, I bet they would have done it because you are right. It should be with O's, Fruit Brute.
Yes.
All right. I think Boo Berry's got to be worse than Frankenberry in terms of names. Oh, there goes Matt again.
I think Frankenberry is forced. Boo Berry at least is like,
oh, we're gonna need
cadence wise.
We're gonna need Matt to come back and break this tie.
I think it sounds like it. And while we're waiting, I just want to tell all of our Metal Nation out there about a great new website I found. And I mean, longtime listeners of the show might be expecting that this is the time that I'm going to plug steelresolve.com, where you can find all of your heavy metal needs, merchandise, shirts, CDs, you name it. We've got it at steelresolve.com. Other savvy listeners might think that this is the time that I'm going to bring up Fish, but it's not. I want to direct you all to seriallessly.net, and I'll spell that for you. It is seriallessly, like the word cereal, cerealously.net. It is a serial blog, and I am reading the May 9th, 2021 update on Monster Mash cereal. It's astonishing. The comments on this forum are just... Let me just pick one, not quite at random. Oh. Nah, I remember the oat-based formula from when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s. I think for me and probably others posting on this page, it's more about the novelty of the monster cereals at this point than anything else. It seems pretty apparent they'll never bring back the old oat formula ever again. That's the level of dedication that these cereal fans have. They're talking about the oat formula of fucking Fruity, Yummy Mummy, and all of his friends.
Well, the cursor turns to a spoon on this website.
It sure does. Thank you for mentioning that, Tim. And I also want to mention to any cereal aficionados out there, I am not mocking you. I'm a Fish fan and a metalhead, and I, for years, was very into craft beer. So there's plenty laughable about complaining about the oat formula, but I completely understand why one would.
This person says the Canadian box isn't as interesting and just shows Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry on the cover. The other side is the same in French.
Boo! I mean, allez le français Monster Mash, but like, come on. How are we going to leave the two recurring characters, the rhythm section? Cutting the percussionists out, man.
If the cereal was good, that would have been the surprising part. Oh, I love this website.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend
we should do a collaboration with them.
Yes.
I mean, we should join them in
Oh, we could do cereals that are high in heavy, well, not heavy, but you know, your metals, your irons, your et ceteras. What's the most literally metal cereal by FDA rating?
That's probably gonna be like Product 19 or something. All right. Matt, you need to solve
okay.
What's a better name, Frankenberry or Blueberry? Because Dave and I are split.
So frankly, I like Frankenberry because it doesn't make any sense. Like the more like Blueberry is kind of a gimme. Like Frankenberry, like when you just hear it quickly, you're like, of course, it's like a Frankenstein's monster who's strawberry. But the more you think about it, it's like, what the fuck does Frankenberry mean? And just for the sheer audacity of that, I have to give it the win. So I say Frankenberry is 2, Blueberry is number 3.
I like how it
I'll
fell
concede.
out in order.
Yeah, and that's like, I think the reason that the depth chart of these monster cereals are such that they are very much, you can tell they thought about Count Chocula. The board meeting was like, well, we need some other stuff. Not all kids like chocolate. They're like, well, strawberry something. I don't know, Frankenberry. They're like, that's perfect. And then what about a blueberry one? The ghost. Yeah, fuck it. And then like as demand kept going on, they're like, we could have a, I don't know, werewolf or some shit. Like, like I want to enjoy like the creature from the Vanilla Lagoon or something, but you know.
Yeah.
Run the whole Universal Syndicate, but
you know what is just occurring to me, and I'm sure this already occurred to you, Dave. Iced Earth's album Horror Show is half cereals.
Yeah,
because they have a werewolf song and a Dracula song and
that's
a
why I
mummy
was
song.
asking about the Phantom Opera cereal.
Yeah, and a ghost song, sort of, and a Frankenstein song. They got them all.
I just had a revelation too.
Yeah.
Do you think Kirk Hammett exclusively eats monster cereals for breakfast?
Oh yeah,
you know he's rich enough to get them 365 days a year.
I bet he does.
Just the fruity yummy mummy.
All right. So let's go through the flavors. Let's rank the flavors. I'm gonna tell you again, and we're gonna have to do this by description and guess. So,
Okay,
Count
so
Chocula. What?
Well, continue, but some of these cereals have multiple flavors.
Yes. So I was gonna bring that up when I get there. I'm thinking we go with the more recent flavor because they're more specific.
And also, those will be the flavors we'll be trying when our
Very-
$25 box of cereal.
Very astute.
All right. So Count Chocula, chocolate, obviously. And it says and marshmallows. So I guess the marshmallows I guess none of the marshmallows are actually flavored. So unlike the original versions. All right, then Frankenberry is strawberry with marshmallows. Booberry is blueberry with marshmallows. Fruit Brute was fruit flavored with lime marshmallows. Now it's cherry flavored with marshmallows. And then Fruity Yummy Mummy was fruit flavored with vanilla flavored marshmallows. Probably the best one besides Count Chocula. But now it's orange cream flavored cereal with marshmallows. So I'm gonna have to put chocolate first again. Out of those, who doesn't love a chocolate cereal?
I mean, they're tasty, and I'm going to struggle to rank the two that I've never had.
Yeah,
but I'm going to persevere and do it anyway. I will start though. The ones that I've had, I have to say that for me, blueberry is my favorite. I am a blueberry fiend. It is my favorite topping for pancakes. It's my favorite type of pie.
Yeah,
it's
but
my favorite kind of.
It's that fake blueberry flavor, isn't it?
It is, and I love fake blueberry.
I mean, they're all the fake. I've eaten the three aces here. The Count Chocula, the Frankenberry, and the.
Wait a second, the three aces.
Yeah, I mean they're the three, and then
is that a common term?
It is now.
I'm just asking because at IKEA, and I'm sorry that my dear friend Kent Allard isn't here tonight to talk about this with me.
Not a sponsor.
Three Aces was a long time retail principle at IKEA, so it's an interesting thing to hear in a non-IKEA context.
I mean, it's. And that's why
every time you set up a room set, you need your Count Chocula,
your Frankenberry, and your blueberry. Yeah, exactly, right? So no, I agree with Dave. Count Chocula is definitely el numero uno, hands down. Even though he said blueberry, I'm accounting for the fact that Dave is always one off. But
I'm willing.
A blueberry is the second best flavor.
I'm willing to concede that because I'm thinking about how much I don't like the fake strawberry. Like the smell of Frankenberry is probably like enough to put me off of it. So.
Yeah,
and also the weird, strawberries aren't pink, and yet the food industry has decided this sickly uncooked ham color is somehow the color.
Colored.
Yeah, is the color of strawberries. I don't know what fucking strawberries you're looking at. Strawberries ain't pink, my friend. If you're eating pink strawberries, you're eating strawberries that have gone wrong in many a way. And so for that reason, I think you got to go 1, 3, 2 here.
All right, but let's consider the cherry fruit brute. Which is going to be worse, cherry or strawberry? And I think if Starburst are any indication, then cherry is going to be slightly worse than strawberry.
I have to agree. I've had my share of Robitussin. Robitussin.
Robitussin?
And I cannot
nanobots.
Fine.
That's another monster.
Oh, yes. They need like a Killbot one. And the cereal's gray. Full
like
of metal
RoboCop
shards.
Tie-in.
Yeah.
What was the name of that big machine that RoboCop was competing against?
Oh.
Like the big
what was that?
motion Ray Harryhausen monster thing.
I guarantee there was a RoboCop cereal. So maybe they could just pull that out of the warehouse. And there's your new monster cereal.
Let me check cereallessly.com. Excuse me, .net. RoboCop.
Yes. Coming back to the orange cream thing, I bet that one's going to be the worst. I realize I used the Starburst analogy earlier, but as we all know, orange is the best. Strawberry.
Yeah, and it could be great. It depends on the level of creamsicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They really.
How much are they cheapening the orange flavor? But I also think both cherry and orange are too forward a flavor for the gluten sludge that is breakfast cereal, right? So I don't think that cherry and whatever the base, whether it's wheat or rice or whatever, I don't think
it's corn.
Is corn. I don't think they'll go well together. I think there'll be a textural problem.
The reason Dave knows it's corn is on cerealistly.net. Everyone's complaining about the corn formula.
That's right. Oh my God.
I know that we're all committed to Podcast of Down, but if we made cereal the podcast and the tagline was like, no, the other kind of cereal, I think we would make millions.
Oh my God, we would get sued. It's especially appropriate now, given the topical relevance of, So I want to approach this from a holistic perspective.
Okay.
Imagine, if you will, the classic flavors that can be imparted into your cereal milk.
Okay.
For me, I think I would prefer an orange creamsicle milk to then drink after my Fruity Yummy Mummy. And would not wait. Is Fruity Yummy Mummy? Which one is which?
That was the orange one.
Fruity Yummy Mummy is
the orange one. Yeah. I don't think cherry flavored milk is going to be quite as appealing.
I don't think you're wrong.
I don't think you're.
I would
wrong.
agree.
And for me, this is going to be oat milk.
Yeah. Right, because you're health conscious.
My oat formula requires it.
Right. You should get corn milk. How come they don't have corn milk? They've milked everything else.
So, interestingly, corn milk is just corn syrup.
I was going to make a creamed corn joke. This is all. So I'm good with Fruity Yummy Mummy coming in third, and then I don't really care what comes in fourth and fifth, because there's no way the cherry or strawberry are going to be significantly better than the other one.
Yeah.
So here's another thing. General Mills made a Bigfoot cereal.
What?
That looks suspiciously like Fruit Brute. Also features wild berry flavor with footprint shaped marshmallows. So
it was called Big Fruit with Sasquatch. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I want this.
Yeah, if that was like, first of all, that should be a fucking monster right there.
Did they at least spell it Big Fruit with 2 O's?
Oh,
yes,
they did.
They sure did.
Thank God.
It features Fast Crunch.
This would give Count Chocula a run for his money. Oh, there goes Matt.
Oh my.
He comes in with the revelation that blew all our minds. Do we need to add Big Fruit?
Tidbit.
Do we need to add Big Fruit to the?
Well, it's listed as a parody cereal.
Yeah, I'm trying to find marketing materials for it.
I don't know that it's actually real. I just see it as an iPad case.
I see it as a T-shirt.
But I mean, please, General Mills, get your asses on it.
Right. Okay. Let's get back to we need to decide between Frankenberry and Fruit Root which one's worse. So we got cherry versus strawberry. I think I'm going to contradict myself earlier, and I'm going to say strawberry is going to be worse. Frankenberry should be 5th.
I agree with you because for the novelty perspective, I would rather, if forced to eat it, eat the Fruit Root.
All right, so next.
I'm going to dissent just because, like our buddy Doug, I'm nothing if not a capitalist. And I believe the market has already decided that Frankenberry is better than Fruit Brute, due to the fact that one you can still buy, and the other one you have to pay $25 to get it as 1/5 of a box of cereal. But that being said, I'm not going to dispute this collective ranking.
All right, the next category was the instrument they're playing on the box of Monster Mash.
Okay, let me look at my receipt here.
Okay. Can I take a moment to say that Pillsbury Monster cereal shaped cookies, Count Chocula and Frankenberry, also appear to be available in stores? Learned this from my good friends over at cerealistly.net.
Whoa, this
not a sponsor, but they should be.
Wow, you know what these are? Like when you're a kid and you want to make cookies, but your mom doesn't actually want you to make cookies. There's just like a big roll of dough that you slice.
You get the tube.
Yeah.
And you just cut it, and you feel like you cook something. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that's what they are, and they are the Frankenberry cookie. At least kind of looks, if you squint your eye, like a Frankenberry.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Count Chocula is supposed to look like, but it don't look like Count Chocula at all.
No. But the other thing that I think we should touch on here is that this is safe to eat raw. The Pillsbury Corporation is standing behind the safety of this raw cookie dough. And our intrepid blogger shares with us, the raw flavor is so good that I hardly wanted to even bake them.
What kind of person runs a cereal website? Well, I think you've gotten your answer.
I mean, I'm married, but if I weren't, they would be a top candidate for my new life partner.
When's the last time you've touched a Pillsbury product? You know that like weird film you get on your hands after doing it? So I'm picturing this person like, I gotta review this product. I don't have time to
unwrapping it.
And then they kind of like squeeze it out and eat it with their hands. And then go straight to typing. So the gelatinous film gets all over their keyboard. And they're like, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Yeah, I can't. That I can't live with.
That's what I'm picturing.
The world has to know.
All right, Monster Mash cereal box. All right, so this one might actually turn the tide for some of these, because I'm looking at Count Chocula, and he's standing at like a keyboard, right? That appears to be made of chocolate, except for the keys, and but it's too low for him, so his knees are bent, and he appears to be like crooning.
Yeah,
or really high. Yeah.
All right. So then Frankenberry.
There's no way he's on rhythm.
Right. Frankenberry, by contrast, is fucking wailing on this guitar. His eyes are closed. He's got a foot in the air. He's fucking rocking out.
Yeah. I mean, but I want to call out Booberry's backwards flying V.
Yeah, it's a flying V, but it's like
a flying A. I guess.
Flying A. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, he looks like he's doing like a twangy blues lick. He's not enjoying it as much as Frankenberry.
Oh, he has a self-satisfied look on his face.
Booberry's apparently left-handed. I don't know if that should affect anything.
Yeah.
All right. So then Fruit Brute is playing drums. He's fucking rocking out also. However, his drum kit consists of one kick drum, one snare drum, and one crash cymbal.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I would also like to point out that his drumsticks are a fork and a knife, a fork and a spoon. One of those is inappropriate for cereal.
All right, and then finally we have Fruity Yummy Mummy, who's playing the tambourine and sticking his ass out at Fruit Brute. So out of all of those, I gotta put Count Chocula dead last. Like even the tambourine player is having a better time than him.
Yeah.
My first is going to be Frankenberry. Because just look at that face. He's fucking loving it.
Well, I would like to point out that the rhythm section are the only two that appear to be looking at the rest of the band, which I would note is an aberration.
Agreed. I usually play with my eyes closed.
I agree with you. Count Chocula is I don't know what he's doing, but he's not here to play in an ensemble. He's a solo artist, and he'll always be a solo artist. He's only contractually obligated to be here. He's phoning it in. He's the worst out of this crew.
Wow. So much hate for the Count. I know what that's like. I don't enjoy Burzum personally. I know what it's like to hate the Count. But I'm going to challenge you guys to shift your perspective about 30 degrees.
Okay.
And imagine that Count Chocula and Booberry, and actually everybody else except for Frankenberry, are looking out at the audience and we're viewing the stage obliquely.
Oh, so this is like we're their manager?
Mm-hmm. We're the sound guy.
Okay. All right.
Now,
okay.
This is not super defensible because like the rainbow of colors is coming directly onto the viewer.
But you know, like
that
what
could
if
still look good on the side?
I could.
You know what? What if we're thinking about this the wrong way? What if this is like a 70s television show, like the Merv Griffin show or something, and instead of playing the camera as they should be, they're playing to the studio audience. So it shows their naivety and their lack of professionalism.
I also wanted to point out that Frankenberry is wearing chain suspenders. I kind of had some chain suspenders, and this also says marshmallow shapes and colors may vary, which I think is some bullshit. Get your machines together, General Mills. How about some consistency?
Yeah.
Right.
How dare you throw 5 cereals in a box and be all loosey-goosey about it?
Yeah, you got to make sure they're properly mixed in the big hopper.
That's right. All right. So,
all right, but I want to support Frankenberry for the number 1 slot. The chains, the eyes closed, like ripping solo, hands down the most metal. I'm going to insist that I see Count Chocula at number 4 and our Yummy Mummy at 5 because
interesting.
And I recognize that I in metal bands have played the tambourine. The tambourine is far less metal than the keyboards. And it just by virtue of the instrument selection.
So I have some late breaking news.
Yes.
If you go to the chat, I have the back of the box.
Oh shit!
They're playing.
Oh shit!
They're playing different versions of the instruments, and I think there's some movement here.
Oh, significant movement.
Yeah,
not for Dear Yummy Mummy, but
no.
I mean, my man Fruit Brute just got way cooler.
All right,
And look at Frank's skull and bone bass, I guess.
Holy nuts!
No, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Oh, Tim, you're gonna love it.
Oh shit! Oh fuck it! Oh, and Booberry has a fucking dime bag guitar.
Yeah,
With a spider web on it.
And let's see, the keyboard that Count Chocula is playing is a fucking coffin on the back.
Coffin keyboard. And I also want to give a shout out to their old timey spider web mics.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. When you say old timey, you mean like 1920s?
Yeah. I mean, they. I almost feel like this should have been the front cover art. Right. I don't know why they put it on the back.
So just to finish up, Fruit Brute is playing the drums with two femurs, and there are smaller bones holding the drum heads on. It's fucking
But
badass.
he lost his ride cymbal between gigs.
And
I'd say that's a fair trade.
And Fruity Yummy Mummy sucks on both sides.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yummy Mummy is definitely number 5.
So I'm gonna agree with Dave. I think this other side does shed a lot more light. I'm still liking Frankenberry as number 1 because he's playing he's playing a bass made of a skull, which is awesome.
Like a purple Strat or a skull. Either one
works.
Yeah, I'm liking Booberry better now that I'm seeing this dime bag guitar. And Count Chocula's coffin piano should be on the front cover for sure.
Yeah.
Did you see the graves? There's Ivana Rock and One More Song. I guess they're playing Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I was about to say, shouldn't that be Juan More Song?
Yeah, it depends where. Also, like how the graves are buried outside of the cemetery. If you notice, there's you can see the cemetery gate back there, but you can read the word cemetery, which means you're outside of the gate.
I mean, it does kind of imply a dark story for how Ivana Rock and Von More Song came to their ends. Like, that they would be the buried outside of consecrated ground like that.
Maybe they had tattoos.
I also have more bad cemetery news. So this in the highest foreground is the Listen Now QR code, and says scan to hear the mash and go behind the music at monstermashserial.com. It is now a very suspicious malware site. So don't go on to it. But unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to hear them play their song.
Did you just infect your new computer?
Well, at
least it won't take long to reset, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need
to.
So we got Frankenberry at number 1.
That's what you think, Matthew.
We got Frankenberry at number 1, Chocula at 4, Fruity Yummy Mummy at 5. How are we going to do Booberry and Fruit Brute? Considering both sides, I think Fruit Brute has more attitude, and but Booberry is either drunk or on heroin. So.
Man, Booberry is dead, so that's a strong vote for the on heroin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in terms of rocking.
Oh my God. We have to listen to this song when we eat this cereal and review it when we eat this cereal.
We need to wait until
Tim, if you take a look at the chat, yeah.
It's amazing.
All right, what do you got? You want to just put Booberry 3rd and Fruit Brute 2nd?
Yeah. I mean, I liked, and frankly, the flying A guitar on the cover of the box was a bold choice, and I'm not sure it paid off.
Yeah, I think that's how it averages out.
Yeah.
Okay, the last category I had on here was character.
Character.
So I guess that could be anything from the design to the colors to the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the archetype. It's important to consider.
Yes. All right. So I don't know. Frankenberry sounds like he should be comprised of various berries, but instead, it appears to me he's been put together from various steam parts because he's got the pressure gauge sticking out of his head and a lot of rivets to hold his eyes on, which implies there's a lot of pressure inside. So
Frankenberry is very much designed by a person who has only the vaguest notion of what Frankenstein's monster is.
Oh, and he has a steam whistle on the other side of his head.
Yeah, he appears to be more of a robot than anything else.
He also bears a striking resemblance to Magilla Gorilla.
He does. You're right.
And for your reference in the chat, I've just posted a sexy picture of Frankenberry.
You can join our Discord, by the way. You can see all this. Oh God! Link is in the link tree in the description.
Oh
below.
my God!
Oh my God!
Why?
I mean that's not last.
He's got one tooth too. He's still got the chain suspenders. But you know what's worse? In this picture, the chain suspenders don't appear to be holding up his pants, but rather going into his pants.
That's right.
You know?
Which, by the way, are skin tight.
Yeah. And can I say what's more disappointing, really, than anything is that there's nothing shapely about Frankenberry. This isn't even like they didn't even try.
No,
it's not like this is a sexy Frankenberry. It is normal Frankenberry doing a sexy pose.
I mean, based on the front
Dave, I believe all bodies are beautiful.
Based on the front of Monster Mash, contrary to your point, Matt, is I think Fruity Yummy Mummy might be the shapeliest.
Yeah, but I think Fruity Yummy Mummy is the laziest character. Now, Boo Berry is really lazy, but at least he's got this charming hat. All they did for Fruity Yummy Mummy is just draw a mummy and color him in various fruit flavors.
Well, you know what? You know what I think?
Banana and cherry.
I think someone came up with it, and some poor artist had to make do with this dumb half-baked idea, and I think they did a good job considering what they were given, as opposed to Frankenberry, where the artist was like, I don't fucking know, a steam whistle.
But I mean, just to talk about Boo Berry again, like Boo Berry has some unknown backstory. Like he's clearly wearing the clothes he wore as a human before he died.
Right.
Like
he does have a red bow tie.
Yeah, was he like an Alabama knife salesman who got hit by a train? Like, what's his story?
Ooh, I like that. All right, well, for Count Chocula was clearly landed gentry and loved chocolate, so perhaps he was like an importer-exporter, right?
Yeah.
I find him to be the most intriguing, and despite his estate that is no doubt made of and or full of chocolate, he still wants to take your cereal. I want to eat your cereal.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. He's the most. I feel like he has the most well thought out character and backstory,
and not to mention the insatiable chocolate bloodlust. Mm-hmm. So my vote is for Count Chocula to be number one.
I'm not going to dispute that. I think Count Chocula is the leader. He's the Superman if this is the Justice League. I'm
surprised they didn't make a cartoon out of this, frankly.
Yeah, that is shocking.
I'm sure they tried.
I need to protest or register a slight dissension here. I think on a base level, ghosts are more metal than vampires.
I'm gonna think on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna think on that.
And I'm going to cite 3 things: the family ghost, her ghost in the fog, and then that band Ghost.
Oh, well, you just ruined your argument there. You had me going until you said Ghost of the Band, bunch of fucking overrated shit.
They sang the national anthem at a baseball game, though.
Not metal. Even when
help
Metallica
you-
does it, it's not metal.
Yeah, it's not trying to defend their metalness.
Here's a sexy Count Chocula.
Oh, God. Count Chocula was fucking ripped.
I know.
I want to know who's paying for these.
Our
Damn, dude.
patrons are going to be
Wait
at
a
this
second.
rate.
I know.
This is Count Chocula?
Yeah, look at him.
That looks for all the world like a Feanor drawing that I saw yesterday. Just with some chocolate on his tits.
Yeah, but it's also on his hands and he's licking it off, you see.
He's licking it off.
Yeah, in the Feanor one, it was Silmarils.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God. Dave, how many boxes would you buy if there was a Silmaril cereal?
I mean, that's basically what we'd be having. Not 1, nay, not even 2, but 3 times per day, I saith. And so cast this oath
I think
that I would eat Silmarils unbroken until the end of time.
I think the tree, you can make like tree shapes, and then the Silmarils are the little marshmallows. I think that'd be perfect.
Man, oh, it makes itself.
However,
you've got your tree
all right,
of
Amazon
Gondor spin-off style.
Amazon,
For legal reasons-
pay us for that idea.
for
Slap a
legal
patent on
reasons,
that one.
Dave, they can only be based on the appendices to the Lord of the Rings.
Ooh. Mm.
All right, back to the matter at hand.
All right.
Yeah. Anyhow,
You do make a strong case for Booberry because he is metal, but I'm not seeing no sexy Booberry fan art.
Yeah.
on the
And second of
Discord.
all, Frankenberry is literally like made of metal for some reason.
Yeah, but pink metal.
But
And
that pink
yeah.
metal's still metal.
No, it's more steampunk than anything.
I'm stuck on like the categories that each of these characters is being put into in the classic monster senses. And oh man, there's too much input. I keep feeling like ghosts are more metal for me on a personal level because I see a ghost and I think King Diamond. Because all of his best stuff is on some level a ghost story. Someone or something has died and is coming back and persisting. But then on the other hand, on Horror Show, no question, my favorite track on that album, when given these guys as an option, is Dracula, aka Count Chocula. So, man,
I think
Very
I think
difficult to
Dracula's more
determine.
metal. He's a loner. He feeds on blood.
He's
Chicks
Eastern
like him.
European.
He hates Jesus.
yeah, all sex.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second. That's it depends on the kind of metal, of course, but
I
He
like
wears
he's
corpse
Eastern
paint.
European. He wears corpse paint.
yeah, okay, all right. So I think Count Chocula, I will get behind this as him being our number 1.
Yeah, and I'll
the
go ahead and
character.
say Booberry's number 2 because you do make a strong argument.
Okay, I'm fine
Frankenberry
with it.
is made of metal, so
He
that's
is.
pretty metal,
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
as you said.
and also he's one of the 3 aces, so we got to give him number.
You got
All right.
to.
All right, so I guess which one's worse, the Fruit Brute or the Yummy
No.
Mummy?
This
Battle
is
of the
hard.
Tank.
Well, what if I told you it won't really matter looking at the totals?
Well,
Actually, it will matter. No, it won't.
yeah.
Yes, it will. No, it won't. I don't know.
No, man, who knows? I feel like Fruit Brute has more to go. Number 1, like a werewolf is a living thing, right? And of all of these, there are only 2 actual physical corpses involved. Frankenberry, who has been rejuvenated, and the mummy, who is just a decaying corpse. And I don't want 1,000-year-old corpse anywhere near my food. And
that's a brilliant point.
And so, I mean, I just feel like, yeah, I'm sure that a werewolf's palate and my palate don't have a lot of overlap, but I would believe, just like, every once in a while, I'll enjoy one of the dog's treats. And, they're not so bad. I'm sure it could make some good choices, but I don't know what a Egyptian royal who's been dead for 1,500 years. Like, surely, their taste buds are gone. I'm not even sure. Their tongue is probably in some caniapic jar. I think Fruity Yummy Mummy is the loser of this group.
Yeah.
And
I mean, how can Fruity Yummy Mummy even endorse the flavor?
Yeah.
With the distribution of its parts to the various jars around the tomb.
Yeah.
I have to agree, Matthew. You make a compelling argument, and I do want to throw in there that given it's October and it's horror show month, before it rapidly becomes Opeth month, into Opeth month part 2. Right. The Edge goes, and he's back.
And he's back.
I don't know what's going on. I really hate this new computer.
No, you just need to update the drivers and you're good to go.
Yeah. Make sure your fan, is turned on and isn't clogged up with cat hair.
There's no cat hair yet.
That comes.
But Fruit Brute gets the edge for me because Wolf is undeniably and unquestionably and unarguably superior to the Mummy. What, Imhotep?
Yep. Yeah. So
yeah,
I guess our results aren't all that earth shaking because Fruity Yummy Mummy ranked last in 3 of the 4 categories. Fruit Brute ranked second to last in 3 of the 4 categories. And then it was just kind of a mix for everything else. But from worst to best, here's what we got. Fruity Yummy Mummy, everyone knew would be the shit. I mean, would be shit, not the shit. Followed by Fruit Brute at number 4. Frankenberry at number 2, 3, Booberry at number 2, and of course Count Chocula at number 1.
The man himself.
Yeah, so and we'll follow up when the cereal gets here, I guess.
Yeah, and I gotta say that of these guys, even though, and I mean this in the least gendered term possible, guys in the neutral, these folks, the one I'm most excited to sample has got to be Fruity Yummy Mummy. Regardless of where we end up in the medal standings, that's the flavor I am looking most forward to savor.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to more Count Chocula, to be honest.
No, I agree, and slightly less than that, the Fruit Brute, because I feel like when else are you ever going to try these discontinued cereals?
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Until next time, Metal Nation, keep it doused in milk. We have 2 months until we can start talking about non-nutritive cereal varnish.
It's called the Invisible Cereal, and dig it, it's just an empty box. The kids will love it.